Hey, hi, this is Anshul Gautam here from BlueFinik.com. I am the founder and search strategist at BlueFinik, where I help my clients with digital marketing. And today we are going to discuss regarding the portfolio and services offered by BlueFinik. Now, before we go ahead, some background about me. I have 8 years of experience in digital marketing, and my primary experience is in SEO, PPC, email, and social media marketing. And in addition to the digital marketing, I have been also involved with B2B product marketing. And when I started as a software developer. And when I completed my MBA in marketing, I've been working as a digital marketing manager. Uh, I was earlier working with different companies such as Queen Street. I was working as a web producer over there, and I was working as a marketing manager for Xenia Consulting, which is a marketing services company. And prior to that, I was working as a software developer for Base, PLC, Two Wire, and Kinetic. And I usually work with a lot of different teams, and I collaborate with teams which include developers and designers and content writers. So this is sort of my background in digital marketing, and you can see my contact number over there, so you can give me a call or you can send me an email at anshul.gautam@bluefinic.com. If you miss this, the presentation will be available on my website to download, so you can download it from there. Now, in terms of the clients, I've been working with different clients for SEO and PPC and all these services that I spoke about earlier. So here are some of the clients I've mentioned over here. So ClickView is one of the clients, which is ClickView is into business intelligence. Then I have, then you can see mom.me and mandatory.com and pro.msn.com and universalsports.com. So these are some of the clients I've been working with, I have worked with, and some of the existing clients which I have are HP and Bosch, and there are many other clients for whom I provide SEO audit services and a lot of different services in digital marketing. Now, this is one of the testimonials from one of my clients in UK, and so you can read through the whole feedback comment. It's available on my LinkedIn profile, and it's also available on my website. And once you visit the website, you can download this PPT, and it would be available for you to read. So I'm gonna start with some of the outcomes which I have achieved for my existing clients. So as you can see in the snapshot, so this is actually a Chicago-based client, and so these are some of the impressions that you can see, and these have been taken from Google Webmaster Tools. Uh, so as you can see, client had only 32 impressions in July 2014, and the impressions improved to 168 in September 2014. Um, so this is just about September. The next slide actually shows the same client had 196 impressions in February 2015, and the impressions improved to 400 in March 2015. Uh, and these are some of the local SEO impressions, the improvement before and after making the changes. So as you can see in the snapshot, uh, there were 4 impressions for Chicago-based keywords. So you can see here on the left side, you have Chicago written over here. So this particular report has been filtered for Chicago-related keywords, and there were only 4 impressions, as in July 2014. And when I started working on this website, the impressions started improving, and now we have 40 impressions in So there were 40 impressions in July 2014, and today, as we stand, the same website had 48 impressions in March 2015, and the impressions have been improved to 221 on 31st of March 2015. So this is around 360% improvement in the impressions for the same website, and this is all for local queries. So the queries had Chicago in it, and it has sort of gone from all the way from 4 impressions in July 2014 to 221 impressions on 31st of March 2015. Now, so this slide actually shows you the sessions, the improvement in sessions of a particular website that I've been working with. And this client had 145 visits per month in July 2014. And since I started working on it, we made a lot of changes to the website. The website was impacted by a lot of negative SEO, and so we did a lot of technical audits, and we uh, submitted a lot of links, a lot of spammy links, which were linking back to this website to Google, and disavowed those links. And we had a content strategy for this website. So from 145 sessions in July 2014, the sessions have improved to 494 in April 2015, which is a 240% increase in organic traffic. And here's another client. Now, this particular client had 197 visits. It's an e-commerce company, and they had only 197 visits on 28th of September 2013, as you can see in the snapshot below. And this guy was unique. He was working with some company that was based in New York, and it's a big company he was working with. But these guys were not able to help him. They charged him $32,000, and after being charged so much, he was not able to see any improvement in the traffic. Since the time I started working with him, within a period of 2 weeks, uh, we made changes to the website, and there were a lot of technical issues. Once we made all those changes, the traffic went up to 800 per day. So as you can see in this snapshot, on 9th of January, we got 809 visits, and the 194 visits that you saw in the previous slide was somewhere around here. So you can see it is October 2013, the visits are only 197, and from October, this area, the traffic actually went up within the 2 weeks. So this is somewhere around 600 visits over here, and on 9th of January, we actually got 809 visits, and this has been improving since then. And here's another snapshot from Google Webmaster Tools, and the services that we provided was optimizing the on-page content, the blog content, and as you can see, there were only 38 impressions in June 2014 for this blog. The impressions went up to 70 impressions in June 2014 itself. So since the improvement, the whole impressions improved by 84%, which is a pretty good gain over here. Then here you can see another snapshot of one of my clients' website, Google Analytics data. And what you can see over here is we made a lot of architecture changes, and we fixed a lot of duplicate issues on the website. The website was getting only 546 sessions as on May 2014, and there was a Panda update which was on 20th of May 2014, and after the Panda update, our traffic went up to 806 visits after the changes were made. So the architecture changes that we made to the website, and the fixing of duplication issues improved the sessions of the websites to 806, which is a 47% increase in the sessions to the website. So now I'm going to speak about some of the SEO services which I provide. Uh, so as you can see, these are sort of the SEO services. The first one is the opportunity insights. Um, so this is the complete SEO process is a big sort of step-by-step process. The first thing that I usually do is uh, I tend to understand the kind of target audience that you want to reach out to. And once I so so there is a document which I provide to the clients, and the clients actually fill up the whole document, which is the audience document, and they give it to me. And once I get that document, I actually start working on these opportunity insights. So opportunity insight is something where we gain insights into the total market that you have right now. So, for example, if you're targeting 3 to 4 categories, like you might be actually a BI software provider, you might be selling BI software, and at the same time, you also provide BI consulting services, business intelligence consulting services. So, what I will do is I'll be finding the total opportunity for both the markets, and I'll be creating an Excel sheet, and in addition to the Excel sheet, I'll be creating a presentation which will detail out the total opportunity that you have for your product and services that you're trying to sell online. Once we do that, once we understand what is the total opportunity for you uh, online, so the next step is to understand the kind of problems you might be having with your website. A lot of websites which I have worked with, they have been having a lot of different kind of problems. So for example, there are minor issues like XML sitemaps not submitted across Google Webmaster Tools, and there are major issues like a lot of duplicate content issues, a lot of thin content issues on the website, uh, and a lot of website architecture issues, incorrect targeting on the website. As a result, usually what happens is your audience is not able to discover your website. So in the SEO audit, it's actually a 6 page document. So there are basically 6 documents, and each and every document focuses on different areas of the website. So for a couple of documents initially focus on the technical issues of your website, and the remaining documents focus on the content issues of your website. So what we are trying to do over here is we'll find out all the technical issues your website might be facing, and once we have a list of all those technical issues, we will create the recommendations for your website. And either if you have a development team, I can work with the development team directly and help them to fix up all of those issues. And if you don't have a development team, then what I will do is I will have my developers over here to fix technical issues on your website. Uh, so technical SEO audit is a part of it, and the content audit, where I analyze the current content on the website. Is it really targeted based on the opportunity research that we did earlier, or is it not targeted? If it is not targeted, then we will actually come up with the recommendations to optimize the current content, and I will actually get into your website and optimize all of that content. So that's where the SEO audit falls. It's a very comprehensive audit. A lot of things are covered over here, and I will be walking you through the SEO audit in a different video. So you can actually wait for that video to come out, maybe in a couple of days. The next thing is competitor and partnership analysis, and in competitor and partnership analysis, what I do is I try to understand what kind of promotional strategies are used by your competitors on the website as well as off the website. So we want to understand what kind of content they are creating on the website, what sort of categories do they have, and what sort of content they have, and how are they trying to promote that content across other websites. So what we do is we understand exactly these different tactics which are used by your competitor to get links from other websites, and to understand what kind of promotion strategies do they have, and to understand what kind of social media marketing strategies they are using right now. Now, once we have an idea, so this once you have an idea about your competitor and partnership analysis, the next step is to create SEO content strategies. So usually what I do is I will be creating different topics that we need to target on the website. So it's a lot of content which we will be sort of focusing on once we have all these three things in place. So based on the opportunity insights and based on your competitor analysis, we will create content strategies that will help you to come up in search engines. Okay. And this is so the content creation is mostly creating content on the website. The next step is to create the content marketing strategy and execution. In content marketing strategy, what we do is we will create a list of different websites to which we want to carry out the outreach campaigns, and I will be directly connecting with these different webmasters and speaking to them and see how we can actually help them. And most of these websites, all of these websites, in fact, will be relevant to your audience. So the idea about content marketing is to reach your target audience across these different websites. So for example, uh, you might be selling BI software, or you might be selling something like BI consulting. So who is your target audience? Your target audience might be CEOs, CDOs, CFOs, all these sort of guys. So where can we find these guys? Right, so most of these guys are actually available. They go and read a lot of stuff on INC or Forbes.com, or they might be found on entrepreneur.com. So the idea is to find out exactly where your target audience is so that we can carry out a good content marketing strategy, and we can reach out to your target audiences and get them to discover your website and the kind of products and services that you're trying to sell. So that's where the content marketing and execution comes into picture. The next one is SEO link cleanup. So a lot of clients that I work with, they have been impacted by negative SEO. So for example, one of my client, uh, he was he had a very bad backlink profile, and many of his competitors were actually spamming him. So essentially, what was happening, he had a lot of bad links which contained Cialis, Viagra, and all those sort of things in it. And when I started working with this guy, we discovered all these links, and there were thousands of links which were pointing back to his website with Cialis, Viagra, and all that sort of stuff. So we created a big list of websites that we wanted to discover, and we submitted it across Google Webmaster Tools. And once we did that, the impressions came back up, and the client was able to see good improvement in traffic, as well as good improvement in impressions to the website. Uh, the last thing is like actionable SEO reporting. In SEO reporting, we will cover each and every aspect from acquisition, engagement, and conversion of your website. So by acquisition, we will find exactly which keywords are driving traffic to the website, where are they ranking right now, and how many sessions are you getting on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis. And in terms of engagement, we will find out whether your content is engaging or is not engaging, whether the audience that comes on your website, are they actually reading your content, or they are just leaving the website, bouncing off the website. So we'll find out if your content is engaging or it is not engaging. If it is not engaging, then we need to sort of find a different tactic so that we can engage your target audience. So that is in terms of engagement, and then we will find out all the conversions. So there are different goals of for different types of websites. Some websites have goals such as They would like to have more number of page views because they are primarily a content website, and they just want to have a lot of page views so that they can display ads to the consumer. That is one. So page views is one of the goals for certain companies. Other companies like e-commerce companies have goals such as a product purchase on their website. So that is one of the goal. And other companies like B2B software companies, they have goals such as, excuse me, one sec. Yeah, sorry for that. So there are B2B software companies, and they have different goals on the website. So for example, some of the companies uh, would like the audience to come on the website and download their white papers, or they might actually want them to sign up for a demo of the product or service that they are providing, or they might actually want a user to submit the lead information so that sales guys can contact them. So these are the three goals, the different types of goals which organizations have. So acquisition, engagement, and conversion. That is something that we measure, and we measure these things across Google Analytics. And I have worked across different platforms like Omniture, Excel. So if you are interested in having your reports across Excel or even Omniture, we can work on that, and we can even create a lot of customized reports for your website in Google Analytics itself, and those will be emailed to you on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis so that you understand exactly what is happening with your website, how your SEO strategies and how your tactics are benefiting the website. So in this slide, these are just some of the things that we cover in the site audit, and it's very limited. The site audit that I provide is huge. These are some of the elements which are a part of the site audit. So for example, you have an XML sitemap, right? So we find out all the XML sitemap issues, which is mostly on the minor issues side, and then we find out whether you're if you are an image heavy site or video heavy site, then we will find out ways to optimize your media so that it is easily discoverable by your target audiences. uh, then we will try to understand what kind of page load speed problems you have. If you have a very bad page load speed, then we will come up with all the recommendations, and I'll directly work with the developers to fix the issues on the page speed. And we will also, implement CDN, which is Content Delivery Network, so that your page speed becomes better. And the next one is content duplication and near duplications. A lot of sites based on these different technologies, which are Apache, or they might have a server such as Apache, or they might have a technology such as PHP or .NET. So many of these websites have a lot of technical issues. So what I usually do is I'll find out all the content duplication issues that your website might be having, and we will create a list of all those duplication issues, and then work with the developers so that we can actually fix those issues. Similarly, there are issues such as URL duplication, URL formatting, your site architecture, and then your title tags, meta descriptions, headings. So a lot of websites that I work with, they have all sort of issues related to URLs, site architecture, their title tags and everything. So I usually create these documents, find out all the issues across the website, and document it, and then we sort of work with the developers as well as the content producers to fix those issues. And if you don't have a team, I can directly work on your website so that you don't need to hire a separate team to do that for you. Uh, Other things that are highlighted in the issue. So, for example, if you are if you're targeting a lot of different countries, you might be targeting UK, USA, or Canada, or any other country. So a lot of websites have these regional and geo targeting issues. So I work with those kind of companies, and find out what kind of geo-targeting issues they have, and then we work on a fix so that the geo-targeting issues can be fixed. Then the other things which are covered in the SEO audit is internal and external linking on your website, and search or engagement and conversion gaps. And if you have user generated content on your website, then how do we sort of make sure that you're not leaking any kind of link equity, or you're not facing any problems because of the user generated content. So these are some of the elements of site audit. uh, there are more elements which are covered in the whole site audit, and these are just for examples. And once we get a chance to work with each other, I will walk you through a comprehensive list of elements that we will cover in the site audit. Now, so I'm going to walk you through some of the examples of what we do. So here you can actually see so these are different categories, and you find out all the low hanging fruits over there. So for example, you can see on the left hand side you have these. On the bottom you can see a lot of different keywords and the kind of search volume that they have right now. So for example, you have spot the dog, fidelity pensions, Troy asset management, Lincel train, venture capital trust. So all these are different categories that you have. And so what we try to do is we find out the total opportunity for you, and we find out which ones are the low hanging fruits so that we can start getting the traffic for them as soon as possible. So on the left hand side you can actually see the total search volume. On the right hand side you can see the rankings for these different keywords over here. So essentially it gives us an idea about where you are right now and what we need to do in order to get good search queries, get good traffic to your website. So here you can see what is the, so this is another uh, Excel graph that you can see over here. And what we try to do is we try to analyze what is the total opportunity and how much are you getting in the organic search. So for example, if if a, so you can actually see the paint colors, interior paint, exterior paint, all these are different categories that we have created. And on the right hand side you can see the high projection, low projection, actual. So this is the high projection. It's based on a calculation, and it's calculated based on the total demand for different keywords and based on the ranking. So if you're ranking on the first five, that is high projection, then what is the kind of traffic that you can get? And if you are ranking at the bottom five on the first page, then what is the ranking that what is the kind of traffic that you can expect to your website? And actual, so what is the actual traffic that you're getting today to your website? So this is one example of projecting the total organic search traffic for your website, and these are all the different categories. So these ones that you see at the bottom of the sheet, these are different categories, and these are not individual keywords over here. And this sheet actually shows you. So we sort of find and monitor all the topical performance gaps. So for example, it's for each and every category we find out what is the high referrals, what is the projected low referrals, and what are the actual referrals. And this is, it gives you a measurement on a monthly basis. So for example, you had 14679 high referrals, and you know 14487 high referrals for July 2012 and August 2012 respectively. And what is the actual referral that you're getting right now? So 188 and 184. So this is sort of it gives you an idea about the progress across these different categories over here. So earlier we saw this paint colors category, for example. So here what we tend to do is you find out exactly what is the actual referral you're getting, and what is the projected high referral, and what is the projected low referral, and what is the actual referral for a particular month. Now, this is an example of a site health audit. As you can see from the snapshot, this was done for mandatory.com, and this is a very small part of it. Since mandatory.com is based on the WordPress CMS, it had a lot of problems with duplication because a lot of tag pages created a lot of duplicates on the website. So that was just one of the issues. And this is to show you exactly. Uh, so on the left hand side, you can see the issue which was pointed out over there. So you can see there is, uh, so it details exactly what is the problem with the website and how do you solve it. So there are tag recommendations, and you have the priority set over here and the impact set over here. So once you know these issues are fixed, what kind of impact can you get? So that is what this shows, and here are the recommendations. So we use a similar format for each and every issue that we identify with your website, and we have similar recommendations so that we can actually get issues on your website fixed. Now this is a snapshot which shows how sort of the organic traffic grows. So this is sort of a reporting that we create for the clients, and you can actually see. So the reporting will cover a lot of things like the kind of keyword ranking that you're getting, and what is the sort of traffic on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, what is the increase or decrease in the total traffic, non-branded traffic, branded traffic, the direct traffic, referral traffic, all these different sources of traffic that you have right now. And so this part covers the SEO content creation strategies. So as you can see, so what we usually do is we combine the audience needs and the competitive landscape. So earlier we so once we start, we did an opportunity analysis, right? So and I get the information regarding your audience and combined it with the opportunity analysis, and then we have the competitive landscape. And what we do is we create shareable and linkable content strategies sort of it. Now, in terms of content marketing, it is important for any of the website to create content which is engaging for the target audiences. If you don't create good content and you don't have the right content marketing strategy to reach out to your target audiences, you may not really succeed with SEO. So to help with that, what we do is we follow a process, and you can see the process listed over here. So we have clear goals which are defined for your website, right? And once we have the clear goals of your website, we find out your competitors as we did in the competitive analysis section of the process, and then we design wireframes and architecture which will help your website to attract the right audiences, right? So the architecture will be designed in such a way that whenever your audience come to your website, they will be engaged with the website and they will finally convert. So to say your website will be based on your competitor analysis and the opportunity analysis that we did earlier, right? And then we have the content recommendations. So based on the analysis of uh, the opportunity analysis and the competitor analysis, we will create a list of topics for each and every month that needs to be created by you, or I will work with you so that we can create those content pieces, and then we do the content marketing for it, right? So this section, this phase of the SEO process will actually have a deliverable where you will get the site architecture, and you will see exactly what kind of changes need to be done on the website so that it starts improving for and getting much better search traffic, and you're able to attract, engage, and convert the search traffic. right? So I'll be covering some examples of these in the next slides. So here you can see an example of ithound.com. So you can see there is so this is actually an architecture that has been created for ithound.com, and they have these different sections on the website. So how this helps is anyone who's actually searching for something like business management white papers or business management analyst reports or business management case studies, it will help IT Hound these category pages to show up in the search results. So that is how sort of we are creating the architecture over here for ID Hound. Similarly, so there are these different sections. So you have business management, so which is addressing one of the target audiences where people are interested in business. There is another category where you have accounting and finance, which is targeting people who are from the finance industry. Then you have a subcategory, right? So now this is a discipline over here. Business management, accounting, and finance is a category which belongs to business management, and subcategory is budget planning and forecasting, which is again a part of accounting and finance. So we create an architecture such that your website is becomes more discoverable, and the URL structure is created in such a way that it is more relevant for the search engine. So it becomes much more easier for the search engines to associate the context of your pages, and whenever a user is searching for a categorical search or a subcategory search, the relevant pages from your website will show up in search results. So these are examples. This is the architecture that you can see, and the kind of URLs that need to be created for idhound.com. Here is another example that we had done for another company. It's an acupuncture school which is based in Santa Monica, California, and we created this particular architecture where so it sort of has these different categories on the website. Sorry for that. So it has these different categories on the website, and what kind of subcategories do they need to create? And each and every subcategory has another category below it. Excuse me one sec. So this is another example of the site architecture that we created for this particular website. And here you can see a wireframe which was created for the same company, which was in acupuncture. And again, it is, so you can see the heading over here, which is Masters in Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. And then you have everything which is related to Masters in Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, and it is highly targeted. So anyone who is searching for a query such as Masters in Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine, this page will actually help them to see the offerings of our client's website, and it will help them to engage, and it covers a lot of different things. For example, you have everything related to the application dates, which is sort of the primary goals and the secondary goals of this particular page. So if the target audience wants to read news about Masters in Acupuncture, they can read news. And if they want to read blogs, they have blogs over here, and who are the current students. So they get all the information, and they just have to click through it and find out all the information, and finally sign up for this particular program. So this is one of the wireframes that we had created for this particular website. Now the next step, which is the competitor research that I was speaking about earlier. So we want to understand everything your competitors are doing in terms of SEO, in terms of PPC and social media. And based on the analysis, you'll come up with the recommendations. If that exactly what you need to do, what kind of outreach program do we need to carry out, and sort of the blueprint where we will get an understanding of how do we do the content marketing process for your website, right? And this is the analysis again for the competitors. So we analyze exactly what is the link profile of your competitors, where do you stand in terms of the current links, and what do you need in order to compete with your competitors. So for example, you can see glow.msn.com, l.com, style.com. Excuse me. So you have style.com, iwillage.com, glamour.com. So glow.msn.com is the website that I was working with, and we analyzed each and every link that was going to the competitors. So this is just a snapshot of uh, how the link profile looks like. We went into detail for each of these links. So, for example, if ivillage.com is getting these many number of links, 1 million links. So we got down, we looked at the link profile of iVillage, and we created a list of websites to which we should do the outreach, and how do we promote our content across their website, or how do we engage with the other websites. So that is the competitor link analysis for you. And so you can see outreach tactics. So there are many outreach tactics which are used by different competitors. So for example, one of them is linkable assets. So usually, so here is an example of linkable asset that you can see over here. And the website is askmen.com, and they have this top 99 women 2012 edition, and it's a linkable asset. And usually what they do is they will crowdsource exactly which women do they feel are top 99 for a particular year, and they will create this whole list, and they will put it up on their website. So it gets a lot of likes, it gets a lot of tweets, a lot of Google shares, which actually helps the website to get like a lot of engagement and a lot of goal conversions for their website. So there's sort of a linkable asset, because a lot of other websites speak about this particular content, they link to it whenever the contest is up, whenever they do the crowdsourcing or the survey. A lot of websites link to this particular page, and the audiences that are visiting other websites, they come to askmen.com, see rank, and they rank these women and sort of engage with the website. So as you can see, they had 139 external links, which from other websites only to this particular page. And the link data is from Open Site Explorer, and you can always go to this link and check out what kind of links do they have today. So this is an example of linkable asset. There are many other ways in which people do their outreach campaigns. So for example, an e-commerce company that is selling uh, clothing online, they might actually uh, have their customers to sort of pose with the products, or sort of wear the products, or carry the handbags, whatever they are trying to sell. And those handbags, those customers are actually posted on their website. The images of those customers are posted, and you know so it actually helps them to engage with the target customer. And even the other outreach tactic is contest, where you hold a contest, and it can be an Instagram contest, it can be a Twitter contest, and basically what your audience will do is they will create a picture, they will take a picture with your product, and other people will vote for it, as so that to understand which particular image is good. And that voting is carried out, and sort of the whole contest actually generates a lot of engagement, and it also helps you to reach out to a lot of new prospects, where to whom you can actually sell in future. So that is an example of contest. And there are many other outreach tactics which are used by different competitors. So what we do is we try to understand each and every tactic that is used by your competitor, and then we come up with our own tactics so that we can actually do better than them. Okay, and leveraging the current partnerships effectively. So if you partner with a lot of different websites, usually what happens is a lot of, if you're not aware about SEO, your partners are aware about SEO, they might actually take advantage of that situation, and they might not really help you to rank in search engines. So, for example, the client that I was working with, their partner was giving them links, but most of these links were no follow links, and my client used to give them all follow links. So the no follow links, they do not pass any link equity to the target website, whereas the follow links from my client's website was passing the link equity to the partner website. So this was helping the partner website, but it was not helping the client website. So these are some issues which are there in partnerships. So we try to isolate all the issues such as these and document it, and then we work with the client so that he can ask the partners to get the follow links or anything else that they should be doing so that our client gets the benefit from the partnership as well. Link cleanup. So in terms of link cleanup, we look at all the websites that are linking back to your website, and we check out what kind of domain authority do they have. So as you can see in the snapshot, we will find out what kind of domain authority is there. Are they safe? Are they not safe? And based on that, we will create a list of websites from which we do not want to have links. So we'll create a list of all those spammy websites which might be hurting your link profile. And once we have a list of those websites, we will be doing two things. One is reaching out to those websites and see if they can actually remove those links. And if they don't remove those links, then we will create a list of disavow files where we will submit your links and put it across Google Webmaster Tools so that Google can actually prevent any link equity which might be flowing from these spammy websites to your website. And this link equity is pretty negative. It doesn't help your website to rank in search engines. And then your reporting. So the reporting is typically, we have, as I had talked to you earlier, we have keyword ranking reports, and we have reports for your page performance, engagement of the website, what kind of traffic your website is getting on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Is it improving? Is it not improving? So we cover all those things in reporting, and all the rankings are covered in reporting as well. So these are some of the examples that you see in these slides over here, where we show what kind of reporting is there, so that it helps the client to understand whether they are benefiting from SEO or they are not benefiting from SEO, and what kind of actions do we need to take so that they benefit from SEO. Here is another example which shows the improvement in the ranking of for each and every category. So for example, on the right hand side, you can see the card reading category. There were 27 keywords, and it improved to 38 keywords in the next month. Similarly, you had one keyword which was ranking in October 2012, and there were 16 keywords which were ranking in November 2012 for this particular category, for daily horoscope over here. Oh, sorry, it's not daily horoscope, it is numerology. So this gives an idea about how you are improving, how many number of keywords are actually getting you impressions, and how many keywords are improving in ranking. This gives you a good idea across how well each and every category is doing on your website. And this is again, custom reporting over here. So sort of, so in this report, you can see there is this branded and non-branded traffic growth. So it shows whether it is growing, it is not growing. And this is another report which shows the number of keywords which are sending the organic traffic, and what is the revenue you're getting from the organic traffic, what is the revenue you're getting from branded and non-branded keywords. So there's not really so you can actually see a lot of non-branded and branded traffic, and it gives you an idea of whether your website is doing well or it is not doing well, and it has all that information in it. And here is another slide that you can see where we can actually, so this gives you an understanding of the keyword capitalization for every month. So for example, in October 2012 there was only one keyword which was actually giving you which was ranking for you, and in November 2012 there are these number of keywords which are ranking for you. So there are two keywords which are ranking on page 2, there are 7 keywords which are ranking on page 3, and there are 2 keywords which are ranking on page 4, and there are 5 keywords which are ranking on page 5. So this gives you an idea about how you're progressing in terms of search rankings. So I'm almost done with these slides. So these are some of the additional services that I provide. Uh, some of those are PPC marketing. So PPC. Uh, so I actually work on the PPC campaigns, set up the PPC campaigns for different websites, which includes the e-commerce as well as the B2B websites. And I work with designers. I work with the content writers and decide on what kind of messaging do we need to have on these pages, and do a lot of A/B testing so that we can understand which PPC campaign is working, which PPC campaign is not working, and a lot of analysis. And again, sort of so it's a big process. I'll be covering PPC marketing in other slides. Then there is site migration strategy that I work on. So if you're moving your old site to the new site, there are a lot of things that you need to take care of. If you don't take care of such issues, usually what happens is you tend to lose a lot of traffic if the sites are not migrated properly. So I work with different websites if they are trying to migrate from an old domain to a new domain, or if they are trying to change their website architecture. So I usually help them to sort of migrate from the old architecture to the new architecture and avoid drops in their traffic, which is the most important thing. A lot of websites that migrate from one domain to another, they experience a used drop in the traffic. So it is important for such websites that they do the site migration properly. Otherwise, there is a big chance that they will get a traffic drop, and they won't be able to understand why exactly the traffic drop. And the third part is traffic drop analysis. So if your traffic has dropped, I will actually conduct an analysis on your website, on the different categories of your website, to understand which sections of the websites were impacted and why they were impacting, and what exactly needs to be done so that we can actually get your traffic back to what it was before. So that is what is covered in traffic drop analysis. So this is me, Anshul Gautam, and you can reach out. So you can ignore the US number over there right now; it is not working. You can connect with me on the number 988-172-4575, or you can send me an email at anshul anshul.gautam@bluefinik.com, or you can even ping me on Skype as well. So I'll not mention my Skype details over there, but my Skype ID is anshul.gautam. So those are some of my details, and this presentation will be available on my website. You can download it, and if you're interested, you can contact me through my phone number or my email ID. Thanks for listening to this webinar, and this is Anshul, and I'm signing off. I'm looking forward to hear from you. Let me know whenever you would like to get in touch with me. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.